On Tuesday, at a House committee hearing on, quote, the need for leadership to combat climate change and protect national security, end quote, Representative Tom Massie, who is a Republican from Kentucky, challenged former Secretary of State John Kerry on his expertise regarding climate change. Representative Massie did this by revealing that Kerry's credentials aren't what they seem to be. So take a look here.
Secretary Kerry, I want to read part of your statement back to you. Instead of convening a kangaroo court, the president might want to talk with the educated adults he once trusted to fill his top national security positions. It sounds like you're questioning the credentials of the president's advisors currently, but I don't think we should question your credentials today. Isn't it true you have a science degree from Yale? What's that?
Bachelor of Arts degree.
Is it a political science degree?
Yes, political science.
So how do you get a Bachelor of Arts in a science?
Well, it's liberal arts education and degree. It's a bachelor.
Okay, so it's not really science. So I think it's somewhat appropriate that somebody with a pseudoscience degree is here pushing pseudoscience in front of our committee today. I want to ask you.
Are you serious? I mean, this is really serious happening here?
You know what? It is serious. You're calling the president's cabinet a kangaroo court. Is that serious?
I'm not calling his cabinet a kangaroo court. I'm calling this committee that he's putting together a kangaroo committee.
What are you saying, that he doesn't have educated adults there now?
I don't know who it has yet because it's secret.
Well, you said it in your testimony.
Why would he have to have a secret analysis of climate change?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
This is an elected official. These people are elected.
Not only is he an elected official, Representative Thomas Massie has 2 engineering degrees from MIT.
So, so can you take those questions seriously then? Do you really think he's that dumb, or is he playing dumb? That's why Kerry was like, "Are you serious
right now? Is
like,
this a serious conversation?"
He was like, "Oh, I gotcha. You're coming in here talking about you're a scientist. You're not really a scientist. You majored in political science. Yeah, you graduated.
Oh,
but that's not real science.
That's pseudoscience.
That's pseudoscience.
So you have a pseudoscience degree and you're pushing pseudoscience in this committee hearing right now."
Oh, because when he sees the word science, right, and somebody's like title or like what they got the degree in,
yeah,
what they majored in, when he sees science in the title, he automatically thinks it's like physics, chemistry,
yeah,
and not necessarily what the word science means, like the study of politics, the process of politics, which was
that would be like me saying. Because you know what, John Kerry, he actually did say it was a liberal arts degree, right? That would kind of be like me saying a liberal arts degree is only for Democrats.
No. Like when he says like you got a liberal arts degree, show me your paintings then. Show me you say you got a liberal arts degree, like you specific. Where are your paintings? You don't paint, then how can you get a liberal arts degree?
I saw somebody on Twitter say. About this exchange. He said, talking about, I don't know who he's talking about, either Massie or Kerry. He said he's also married even though he has a bachelor's degree.
He's a bachelor. No, that actually makes that makes the same amount of sense.
The same amount
Obviously
of sense.
It's a joke, but that's the kind of sense Massie was making. It just doesn't...
And Massie made it worse. On Twitter, he made it worse. So this is a tweet from Representative Massie. He says, "When I asked Kerry if he had a science degree, he answered no, but forgot to turn his microphone on. The left has been using his flub to conceal what this exchange proved, which is Kerry admitted he doesn't have a science degree, even though his degree says science."
Does he think he, like, corrected something here? Does he think he corrected something and proved Kerry to be a fraud? Like, what is he thinking here? All he did was exactly. All he did was double down. It really doesn't matter what we heard, because if he heard it, it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter whether he admitted he had a science degree or not. His degree is in political science. It doesn't matter whether his mic cut off or not. He's still making the exact same point, still making the exact same stupid point.
Oh, gosh. And that's not all. That's not all.
That gotta be it.
That's not all. He made it even worse again.
How do you make it worse than that?
Here we go. So this is Massie on Twitter, and he shared a clip of this exchange that hadn't really been going around, because the full context, like that full exchange between him and Kerry, was not really being distributed. It was only the particular section that we showed
really
you that
small,
first time.
Yeah.
But he shared an extra part of it, and this is what he shared on Twitter.
Let's get back to the science of it.
But it's not science. You're not quoting science.
Well, you're the science expert. You got the political science degree.
You're a science expert. You're the science. You got the political science. Like, how dumb do you sound? You're the scientist.
He put this on his own Twitter page. He posted this to his own Twitter page, thinking this makes him look better?
You're the political science. You got the science degree. Tell us about science, political scientist. Like, gotcha.
Hold on. Okay, so
Like,
maybe this is the first time that Thomas Massie has heard the phrase political science.
What?
But we haven't. I don't think a lot of people have never heard that term before, because it has been a degree for
maybe not
many years.
Well, maybe not. Maybe it was just called political. Maybe you could just get a degree in political. No, I can't just major in political.
There have been many members of the media, many Congress members that have gone to a higher education institution
and majored in what?
And majored in political science. Not just Democrats, but Republicans as well. It gets worse. It gets worse.
You think just when you think it couldn't possibly get worse.
So this is the second part of this exchange between John Kerry and Representative Thomas Massie.
What's the consensus on parts per million of CO2 in the atmosphere?
About 406 today.
Okay, 406. Are you aware?
350 being the level that scientists have said is danger.
Okay, are you aware? 350 is dangerous. Wow. Are you aware that since mammals have walked the planet, the average has been over 1,000 parts per million?
Yeah, but we weren't walking the planet. Let me just share with you that we now know that definitively at no point during the past 800,000 years has atmospheric CO2 been as high as it is today. When I was in the South Pole, I wasn't at the South Pole, when I was in McMurdo, we couldn't get to the South Pole because of the weather, but I was given a vial of air which said on it, cleanest air in the world. It was 401.6 parts per million. That is 50 parts per million, already over what scientists say.
The reason you chose 800,000 years ago is because for 200 million years before that, it was greater than it is today. And I'm going to submit for the record.
Yeah, but there weren't human beings. I mean, there was a different world, folks. We didn't have 7 billion people.
So how did it get to 2,000 parts per million if we humans weren't here?
Because there were all kinds of geologic events happening on Earth which spewed up.
Did geology stop when we got on the planet?
Mr. Chairman, this is just not a serious conversation.
Your testimony is not serious. I agree.
They're not clapping for you. He thinks they're clapping for him. He thinks they're clapping for him.
Oh, my gosh.
And see, here's the thing. It's like Kerry is bringing the testimony of scientists. This is not, and that's what even makes this kind of.
He knows what he's talking about.
And that's what makes this interaction even more ridiculous, because these aren't Kerry's words, and that's what makes like Massie's like I guess, attempt to discredit him and his degree, which that's stupid on itself. But it makes it even, dumber because what Kerry is bringing is studies from scientists. That's what he's doing. That's all he's doing. This is not coming from Kerry himself. So it's not Kerry's, like, he didn't personally research this. He didn't personally involve himself with the study. This is study brought forth by scientists, like climate scientists.
Yes.
So, like, Massie is trying to discredit Kerry, but for what reason? It's pointless.
This guy, Thomas Massie, I'm sure he wanted to clown John Kerry in some way. I'm sure that's what his objective was in this hearing. But my gosh, you failed miserably.
He clowned himself. He played himself.
He goes back to a time where humans were not even here to say that, haha, I got you, see? Parts per million was so many times higher than it is now.
And I think he's trying to make
humans.
Exactly. So he's like if indeed you put a human on that planet back then, I wonder how short their life would be.
That's the point. That's the point. You see, the whole conversation about climate change and what John Kerry was trying to say is that we are already at a point where it's at least 50 parts per million above what scientists tell us is safe. So
safe for who?
Humans. Humans.
Humans.
So to go back to a time where there were no humans and point to, well, I got you. Look at the parts per million during this time period, hundreds of thousands of years ago, millions of years ago. We don't want to get to that place where there's no humans, right? Oh my.